Is this real love, or am I just afraid to let go? Maybe you're deeply connected to someone, but the relationship feels off. You're constantly anxious, overthinking everything they do, and afraid of losing them, even when the connection feels more draining than fulfilling. If you've ever felt this way, you're not alone. In fact, what many people mistake for love is often something else entirely: emotional attachment. And today, on Purely Love, we're going to dive deep into the emotional and psychological difference between true love and attachment, so you'll never question it again. But before we get started, take a moment to hit that subscribe button and join the Purely Love family. Every week, we share powerful, heart-centered videos to help you navigate love, relationships, and self-worth with clarity and confidence. If you're ready to love better and be loved right, you're in the right place. Now, let's begin. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is attachment? And why do so many people confuse it with love? Emotional attachment is a natural part of the human experience. From the moment we're born, we're wired to attach to others. First to our caregivers and later to romantic partners. It's part of our survival instinct. We seek comfort, security, and emotional closeness. But the issue arises when that attachment becomes unhealthy. When it turns into dependency, fear, and clinging. That's when we start confusing attachment with love. Attachment often feels intense. It feels passionate, consuming, sometimes even obsessive. It feels like you need the other person to be okay. Without them, you're anxious. You might constantly worry they'll leave, or that they don't love you enough. You might bend your own needs and boundaries just to keep them around. This isn't romantic. It's rooted in fear. And fear is never the foundation of healthy love. So what is true love then? True love, by contrast, is steady. It's calm. It's not about filling a void or quieting your fears. It's about genuine connection, respect, trust, and freedom. When you're in love, not just attached, you don't feel desperate for the other person's presence. You feel enriched by it. You choose them not because you need to, but because you want to. Love is based on emotional wholeness, not emotional neediness. Now let's explore 7 key differences between true love and emotional attachment that will give you complete clarity. 1. Love is selfless. Attachment is self-centered. In love, you care deeply about the other person's happiness, even when it doesn't benefit you directly. You want what's best for them, whether they're with you or not. In attachment, the focus is more on how they make you feel. You rely on them to validate you, make you feel secure, or distract you from your loneliness. This creates a one-sided emotional dynamic where you're not truly loving the person. You're loving what they represent. 2. Love grows slowly. Attachment happens fast. Real love takes time. It grows through trust, shared experiences, vulnerability, and mutual effort. It's built layer by layer. But attachment can feel like a lightning strike. It happens quickly and intensely, often early in a relationship. You might feel obsessed, infatuated, or convinced you found the one after just a few days or weeks. That high-speed connection often isn't love. It's a response to unmet emotional needs or past trauma. 3. Love is calm and secure. Attachment is anxious and uncertain. One of the most powerful ways to tell the difference is to ask yourself, how does this relationship feel in my body? Love brings peace. You feel safe, grounded, and emotionally balanced. You're not constantly questioning your worth or their commitment. But with attachment, the relationship feels like a roller coaster. One day you feel amazing. The next, you're spiraling in anxiety. That emotional turbulence is a hallmark of unhealthy attachment, not love. 4. Love respects boundaries. Attachment ignores them. In a healthy relationship built on love, both people honor each other's boundaries. There's space for individuality. You can be separate without feeling distant. But attachment tends to blur or bulldoze boundaries. One or both partners may become possessive, controlling, or overly dependent. You might feel like you can't say no, take time for yourself, or express your truth without upsetting the other person. That's not intimacy, it's enmeshment. 5. Love encourages growth. Attachment resists it. When you're in love, your partner wants to see you grow, personally, emotionally, spiritually. They support your dreams, encourage your independence, and challenge you to become your best self. But attachment often resists growth because it's rooted in fear. You may fear that if you grow, change, or evolve, the relationship will fall apart. So you stay small, suppress your needs, or sacrifice your goals, all in the name of keeping the relationship alive. But a love that requires you to abandon yourself isn't love at all. 6. Love is based on reality. Attachment is based on fantasy. One of the clearest signs of attachment is when you're in love with someone's potential, not their reality. You imagine who they could be if they just changed, healed, or stepped up. But you overlook red flags, minimize your pain, and keep waiting for things to improve. Love, on the other hand, is rooted in acceptance. You see the other person for who they really are, flaws and all, and love them from a place of grounded understanding, not illusion. 7. Love lets go when necessary. Attachment clings no matter what. This might be the hardest one to accept. True love knows when to hold on and when to let go. It recognizes that sometimes the most loving thing you can do is release someone so both of you can grow. But attachment refuses to let go. It holds on even when the relationship is toxic, unfulfilling, or one-sided. It's driven by fear of abandonment, fear of starting over, or fear of being alone. But love isn't about possession. It's about presence. It's about choosing, not chaining. If this is resonating so far, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to Purely Love if you haven't already. This channel is your safe space to explore love, healing, and emotional growth, with honesty, depth, and compassion. And I promise, we're just getting started. Now that you know the key differences, you might be wondering, why do I keep getting stuck in attachment instead of love? The truth is, many of us develop attachment patterns from childhood. If you grew up with emotional neglect, abandonment, or inconsistent caregiving, your nervous system may associate love with anxiety or unpredictability. You might chase unavailable partners, overgive to avoid rejection, or tolerate toxic behavior just to avoid being alone. This is known as attachment wounding, and it's more common than you think. The good news is, it's not permanent. With awareness and healing, you can rewire your emotional blueprint. You can move from anxious attachment to secure love. You can learn to recognize red flags early, prioritize emotional safety, and build relationships based on mutual respect, not emotional survival. Here are some practical steps to help you move from attachment to authentic love. First, reconnect with yourself. Start spending more time alone, not to isolate, but to rediscover who you are outside of relationships. What do you enjoy? What do you value? What are your emotional needs? When you know yourself deeply, you become less likely to lose yourself in someone else. Second, build emotional security from within. That means learning to regulate your emotions, soothe your anxiety, and validate yourself, without needing someone else to do it for you. Meditation, therapy, journaling, and breathwork are powerful tools to help you build this inner foundation. Third, set and honor boundaries. This is especially important if you tend to overgive or people please. Start small. Say no when you mean it. Speak up when something doesn't feel right. Love that requires you to betray yourself is not real love. It's fear in disguise. Fourth, look for consistency, not chemistry. Many people confuse intense attraction with compatibility. But true love isn't always fireworks. It's a slow-burning flame. Pay attention to how someone shows up, not just how they make you feel in the moment. Are they reliable? Emotionally available? Respectful of your boundaries? And finally, don't rush the process. Love isn't a race. It's a journey. The more patient you are, the more you'll attract people who are aligned with your emotional maturity and values. And if no one's told you this lately, you are worthy of real love. Love that feels safe. Love that honors your heart. Love that adds peace to your life, not chaos to your mind. If this video is helping you reflect, let me know in the comments. Have you ever confused love with attachment? What helped you see the difference? Let's build a space where we can grow and support each other, together. And don't forget, hit that subscribe button if you're serious about healing and building healthier, deeper relationships. At Purely Love, we're creating a movement of self-aware, heart-led humans. And you belong here. To wrap this up, here's what I want you to remember. Love is a choice. Attachment is a compulsion. Love frees you. Attachment traps you. Love makes room for growth. Attachment makes room for fear. And while attachment may look like love from a distance, it never truly feels like it. True love is never rooted in fear. It's built on freedom, honesty, presence, and peace. If you haven't experienced it yet, keep growing. Keep healing. Keep choosing yourself until the love you desire chooses you back. With clarity, not confusion. Thank you so much for watching today. If you found value in this video, give it a like, share it with someone who needs clarity, and of course, subscribe to Purely Love for more content like this every single week. You are worthy of a love that doesn't hurt. A love that doesn't confuse you. A love that aligns with your truth. And until that love comes, be that love for yourself. See you in the next video.